Go ahead and push your head forward. Try to take a deep breath in. Right? Now bring your head back. Now take a deep breath in. Notice how much easier it is to breathe with your head back?
Okay, it's okay. There we go, yep. Mm-hmm. There we go, good. Yeah, you're great.
Okay. Yeah. A little sensitive, that's good though.
I was okay here, Ed. Do all you want. Not here.
Yeah, right there. Yeah.
It's good. Going up a road.
Yep, the Belgian road, yeah.
All the Belgian people out there like, hey!
Sorry. Guys are kind of famous for that. There we go, yeah. I know stuff. There you go. Oh boy. You alright?
I felt good, yeah. It's like a chest. Oh, it's crazy.
Where would it go numb, you think?
Just a lot of in my butt to all over my legs, and then
All down the left side or right, or just left?
Pretty much both. Yeah, a lot of times it feels
Down to the foot, you think?
pretty much. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So when we're dealing with nerve pressure, so when you're, maybe some of this I can review, if it is, it's okay. The wires that go down to your foot and they start, well, basically the sciatic nerve is made up of 5 branches, 2 lumbar, 3 sacral. They all come together as one nerve about as big as your thumb, and then it goes down the back of your thigh, supplies about 75% of your leg. So the sacral foramen, they're fused, so it's hard to really impinge. Does that make sense? They don't really change in size. They're going through a bony hole that doesn't really change. But the ones in the lumbar are based on the size of that cartilage. So as the cartilage gets thinned out, or if it bulges out, do you see how the nerve can actually start to get pressured on it?
There's not like a pocket there. It's like crushed. Yeah.
Right. So the disc starts hitting the nerve, and then the hole can change in size based on posture. So when you bend forward, the hole gets bigger. When you bend back, the hole gets smaller. Right. So it's when we're dealing with leg numbness, especially if you feel it after sitting for a number of hours, it has to do with disc injury, disc hitting the nerve, compression. Part of your spine is under extra stress, which has to mean that another part of your spine must be under less stress. Mm-hmm. We're supposed to have a curve in our back. This is what I was asking about earlier. If the chiropractor you've been to before, was looking at posture, because the arch in your back allows the weight to be evenly spread. When you sit for a long period of time, you see how the weight, like a ladder, goes right to the bottom. So now these discs are under more stress. And the difficulty breathing, tell me about that. What do you?
Just not. I guess just being nervous or just like standing over, not breathing through my nose all the time. Like just trying to make sure at night, like making sure I'm doing that with some breathe rights. But
do you have sinus issues? Do you feel like you have?
Used to. I think it's getting better now, but yeah, like I've just been able to like run around Benderson Park like without like mouth breathing finally.
Good.
This year, so.
So we're dealing with about 3 inches forward, your ear, and our world doesn't really tell us these things and tell us how to deal with this. But it's go ahead and push your head forward. Try to take a deep breath in. Right? Now bring your head back. Now take a deep breath in. Notice how much easier it is to breathe with your head back. And so a lot of breathing is easier when your head's over your shoulders, and because of injuries and work now rounding you forward, your body has stayed in the forward posture. Does that make sense? And we need to get you back upright, not only for breathing, but also the sinuses all drain down your neck. A lot of the issues with the sinuses or the nose will be from the drain lines being clogged, tightness in your neck from the head being forward. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. So if the head's forward, the muscles are tight, that clogs the drain lines, and so breathing, sinus issues are all connected with the neck. Bend both the knees for me. There we go. Take one deep breath in. Head back for me. Let it all go. There we go. Deep breath in. Head back. Let it all go. Beautiful. Damn. Deep breath in. Exhale. All right, good. It's okay. I'm a greedy chiropractor. Do great.
I felt good, yeah.
Be good. Just arch your lower back. All right, perfect. Hands around your belly. Put your shoulder. There we go. All right, take a deep breath in. Exhale. All right, I got you. Exhale.
There you go. Breathe. I got you. Exhale. Let it go. You okay?
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to... See, I'm trying to adjust the SI joint below your lower back without adjusting your... Remember the discs that are injured in the lower back? They're real tight here on the SI joint. All right, there we go. Other side for me. Beautiful. Arch. Close. Sort of turn your head towards me. You got it. There you go. That's tough. It's going to feel a little awkward. I'm putting you in an arch position. Exhale. There we go. Breathe. Exhale. Good. All right, face up for me. Beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
We're trying to adjust what's tight and not adjust the loose areas. So the lower back consistently gets beat up all the time because at a young age, in our teenage years, we're not taught alignment. So we're not taught how to take care of ourselves. And then, to me, most of these problems are inevitable because of a lack of brushing our teeth, in essence.
Mhm.
And then the discs get injured. And let me see how you're in here. All right, not too bad. I got your head, real gentle. Here we go, bud. I got you. It's okay. Okay, it's okay. There we go. Yep. There we go. Good. Yeah, you did great. There we go. Good.
Oh, that's nice, yeah.
Yes, you did good. With the head being forward as much as it is, we have to get your upper neck working. So here's the sort of the steps that occur. The upper neck gets tight. The head goes forward to relieve stress on the lower neck because the lower neck is doing too much. That causes the upper neck to get tighter, and it creates this positive feedback loop whereby the attachments in the upper neck are just getting tighter and tighter because the head is angling more and more forward, and now the discs in the lower neck are under more and more stress. The difficulty with understanding the discs is that they don't have any feeling. And I was thinking earlier when I was looking at the reports, the medial meniscus is where the tears were, and the lateral meniscus, so the medial means inside, the lateral is the outside of the knee, and that happens 99.9% of the time. The medial meniscus is torn up and the lateral is not torn up. And I always ask the question, well, why is that? Why is the cartilage any less old, or they're all the cartilage is the same age? So it's the alignment that your knee is in when you were playing basketball, when you had injuries, that determine where the stresses went. And so a lot of times when the foot is flared, so the more the toes point outwards, the more stress is on the inside of your knee. Then when you play basketball, like I said, all the stress goes to the inside of the knee. The muscles in the glute, the piriformis specifically, causes your foot to flare out. And so you can have a lower back, nerve irritation, glute contraction. Does that make sense? And then you finally have a injury because the alignment wasn't correct playing basketball, but really it was a lower back injury that allowed it all to occur. Okay.
Yeah, it was like it popped at the chain there because it was just weak. The other spots near the hips or the backs, I've been noticing that. Like I'm super tight in there.
Right, but that's my point. All that lower back and hip tightness then makes the alignment of your leg not correct, so that when you're doing activities like running or basketball, now certain parts of your leg are under extra stress, the medial meniscus, and then all the force gets put into one spot. There you go. Doing great.
When I hear that from massagers, they're like, your back is so tight, and then you get to your neck, it's like, oh, it's not bad.
Right, I gotcha. This is still tight to me. If they're saying your neck isn't tight, well, I guess I'll see your back in a second. But this is the upper neck is your lower neck feels great. The lower neck is hypermobile. This is all hypomobile up here. Feel a little click right there.
Yeah, I heard that.
Right there, he has an injury up here in the upper cervical. Right there. I'm not sure if you can see that, Carl. Right there. There. I've never seen my hair untangle itself. You always have to use a comb to get it to untangle. Have you done any myofascial work before you on yet? No?
No.
Nobody's done any?
First time just seeing you on YouTube doing it.
I got you. No, it's just a little comb with a smooth edge, just a way to get some blood flow in here. You're doing good. If I'm going too hard, just let me know. I can.
Oh,
Yeah, right.
Oh, good, yeah.
Okay, yeah, right there. There's a. Right there. That's where the knot is. This side's not this tight here. This one doesn't have the knot.
Yeah, I feel I'm getting old quick. I was not 30 before the pandemic now. Almost mid-30s now. It's crazy.
So adjustments don't change posture. We use the adjustment to make the spine supple, and then I'll show you at the end of the visit how we're going to stretch and try to work on getting your head back over your shoulders. So we call it spinal molding. Everything I do on this table is to make your spine supple, flexible, so that it can accept a new position. You know, the more forward your head goes from your shoulder, the more torque your lower back is under. So, Ed, it's down my lower back, it's down my leg. Why are you working on my neck so much? Because the position of your head to your head to shoulders determines how much stress is on your lower back also. So we want to get the head back. Your head belongs way back here.
Yeah, it's a lot farther.
Yeah, it's kind of. So in order to achieve it, we have to overcorrect. We ask for more than where your neck is supposed to be, and then your body will be somewhere in between. You don't want to be tucking your chin. Yeah, you want to be conscious throughout your day as best you can. Every time you tuck your chin,
That's terrible at night too. I'm always doing that. Like, it just
rounding forward and
Mhm.
yeah, it's just tough. The front part of your spine has a lot less feeling, so you're always going to have an inclination to want to put weight on the front part of your spine. Rest of your life, it's a continual battle.
Mhm.
All right. There we go. Oh, let's try to go a little deeper here. See if we can get. I know. It's okay. There you go. All right, good. I'm just checking. There we go. A little bit more.
Mhm.
There we go. All right. The vastus medialis right here, the more this muscle is tight, the more it vice grips the inside of the knee.
Okay, I'm always like scared of my hips because I know they're a little like
Uh-huh.
weak and inflexible, you know.
There really isn't too much difference as far as I can feel here. So you must have just landed on that left knee real hard.
Yeah, I think I'm probably always landing on it too, like
Uh-huh.
that first instead of my right, and you know.
But I'm saying keeping your quad stretched out, not letting your quad get too tight, that binds up the knee. Does that make sense?
Mhm. Yeah, like right there, I feel that little knot.
Yeah, that's what contributes to having tightness in here and then playing basketball, and then it makes sense. All the stress went into one area
Mm-hmm.
because this was here before you had the. And then I'm gonna check the glute in a second, the lower back and glute, because that's what to me puts the hip in or the leg in a position where now the injuries can happen very easily. Yeah, right here. This is where vastus medialis. This gets tight.
Mhm.
Right there, you want to clean that out. You can use, something like this to stretch your quad.
Mhm.
Does that make sense? You want to stretch, get your bottom to your heel. There we go. Ooh, yeah. There we go.
Well, small feet, right?
Mhm.
So easy.
Nice. Okay. A little bit. Okay, I got you. Okay. Okay, all right. There we go. Yeah, nice. There we go, nice. Yeah, there's a lot of this is postural. So everything is just, or like I said, there is a lot of just tension back here. Here, the whole thing. So it's hard for me to, it could be injuries, but generally when you have an injury, it's going to be in one spot. You know, it's like in one contact area. I don't really feel that. I feel like a broad postural tension. Keep breathing. But having this large amount of tension in your middle back is going to keep your lower back, you know, some part of your back has to mechanically work. If the chest is all stiff, do you catch me, right? Then your lower back's going to be left holding the tab. And we have to get your chest unlocked and keep it unlocked, and then the stretching will allow it to continue moving easily.
Okay, yeah. A little sensitive. That's good though. I was like, there was no knots over there. Yeah.
I was okay here, Ed. Do all you want. Not here. These are the roots of your neck. That's why this hurts so much right here. This is the position of your head to shoulders. This is the anchor points of your neck. So essentially there's a constant tugging on these attachments, and they're obviously inflamed. And so we want to push down the attachment, get the lactic acid out of the area, and then correct the posture so that continual stress is not, you know, constantly beating up the area. It's a postural pain. No matter how much you adjust, laser, electrical pad, massage, acupuncture, it will never go away until you get your ear over your shoulder. It's paramount that the ear is over the shoulder, and, you know, Ed, I sit at a desk, or I'm even a standing desk, and my head's forward from my shoulders. We have to aim you in the right direction, get the ear over the shoulder, and then this soreness and stiffness in your back will start to dissipate. All right. It's kind of the whole chest, yeah. Just
It feels almost the same as the other side, just that little knot right there. Yeah.
Up at the top, yeah. All right, there we go. Just keep breathing. There we go. There you go. Yeah, I don't separate your spinal health from your health as a human. Our world tries to compartmentalize and say, you know, your spinal health is, you know, for back pain, headaches, and sciatica, and you go to your cardiologist for your heart, and nephrologist for your kidney, and your internist for your organs. That makes sense, and we separate everything. But I say that your spinal health is your health, and that because the spinal cord, which is your nervous system, is housed inside there, and so because the nervous system controls your whole body, if there's pressure, inflammation of that nervous system, or the communication between the brain and the body, your body doesn't work properly. And so the health of your heart comes from this area, for instance. This is the nerves that go to your heart. This is the nerves that go to your stomach, nerves that go to your kidney, pancreas right here, you know, and so you'll start having organ dysfunction. Yeah, my thyroid's not working well, or yeah, my heart's palpitating, or yeah, my digestion's not very well, you know, so our world doesn't connect the dots for people that all of this inflammation in your back will finally get to a point where now you're having that symptom. All right. Yeah, right there. Yeah.
It's like going up a road.
Yeah, the Belgian road, yeah. Mm-hmm. All the Belgian people out there like, hey! Sorry. Guys are kind of famous for that.
Just Philly, I was up there. It was pretty bad up there.
Philadelphia?
Yeah.
It's like a Philly road. Potholes and all Philly people are like, hey!
Belgium sounds nice though. I'll go to there for bumpy roads. It's fine, pretty nice.
Oh, that feels great, Ed. I know, yeah, I get that. We have to get the back part of your spine to not be so bruised and sore so we can stretch it. Otherwise, Ed, it's so painful I can't arch back. So all of this is prep work. The more I can get your back to like itself, the more we can stretch effectively. More swollen on the right, yeah. You know, right tightness, left abuse. That's what's going to cause the piriformis contraction. That even the meniscus tear, his source is right here. What to me would happen as you progress through your care, the left side would dissipate very quickly. So right now both are tight, but what will happen through care is that this will actually calm down really fast, and what would linger and take longer to dissipate is the right. Kind of like, I don't know, every room in the house, the carpet needs to be vacuumed, but there's some areas where there's like lots of stains that might take more time to clean. Your body is designed to replace. You really can't stop it if you give the body, you know, the right setting, you know, the blood flow, nerve flow, and nutrition. Your body will replace things. Now, certain tissue doesn't, the disc, the meniscus, but every tissue that can replace, it's kind of waiting for that environment for it to happen. Get you ready for your Epsom salt bath. Yeah.
Right back there. Ooh, ribs are getting very purple.
Do you remember having any collisions when you were playing basketball? A lot of any big contacts? And who knows? Always.
Yeah, probably just always fighting with my brother or something like that, you know.
Gotcha. Well, definitely some stuff coming out over here. These are usually from, you know, being collided.
That's like the only place I feel it. Like, it doesn't, you know, it
These
just
are
feels
colli-
like raking, yeah.
Yeah, these are collisions in here. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. Come on.
Just a weird area.
What is it?
Just a weird area to be touched. Like, I was just like,
No, not the armpit.
I didn't know I even got hit there. That's a thing. Like,
Yeah, so you can see which muscles are under a lot more stress or being asked to guard more. This muscle's under a lot of mechanical stress. Other areas are not as much, or how quickly the mark comes out shows you how much was in there.
it's cool you can't hide it, you know.
You can't hide him. That's the piriformis right here. The tighter this muscle gets, the more that foot turns out. This ultimately is controlled by your lower back, so having the same nerve that can cause numbness down your leg will cause contraction of this muscle, so it like tasers it. And we want to take the stress off the lower back. It's really the only way to get rid of this. But you do sometimes have to go into the muscle, work on it to bring oxygen in so that the muscle can relax itself once the nerve is not irritating the muscle.
And I did buy the chair. I've seen you, like, how you sit reverse on it. Almost
Backwards,
like,
good, good. Oh, perfect.
Yeah, I have a picture I can show you, but
Excellent, excellent. That'll take a long time. Then it's just really
once we get you loosened up, get you stretching, you'll be in good shape. So, you know what I mean?
I just need to, when I actually do sit down, never sit, you know, like last night I did sit backwards, but
So it's all about this sacroiliac joint, the joint right here. The more movement we restore to this joint, the more pressure we take off. So it's a below and above strategy, diverting stress. Yes, Ed, I've seen all your videos. I got the idea. I know. Oh man, I thought I was done. Then you went for the shoulder.
it feels okay now, but
Yeah, you gotta get this. Yeah, right there. Right there, yeah.
it's a big knot. It
Yeah.
doesn't hurt as much though now. Ah, okay, no mind.
We're opening it up. Try to push these ribs down a little bit here.
We're coming up just on this way.
There it is a little bit. There we go, good. Okay. Okay, let's try this way. There we go. There we go. Couple way there. Go. Breathe. You're good. Take a deep breath in, and then exhale. There we go. Yeah, I know stuff. There you go. Oh boy, you all right?
Ah, it felt good, yeah. It's like a chest. Oh, it's crazy.
Breathe. Here we go. Exhale. There we go. Yes. You see what's going on there, Joe? You got the whole front part of your body. The ribs are all jammed on the front there. We got to open up that whole chest. That's what's keeping all this open, is that it's all collapsed on the front.
Right, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right, you stay. I got you, bud. Here we go. Here we go. Breathe. Breathe. There you go. Good. Here we go. All right. You all right? All right, come with me.
I was just like, it just opened, it felt like it just a pop like in the center.
So the
Like,
sternum, is that what?
What happens is, like I said, because your head's forward and your shoulders are rounded, this all has been collapsed, the ribs are all, and part of it is unlocking the chest to allow this to actually compress on the back. Here we go. Go ahead and tilt your head to the right for me a little bit. There we go. You all right?
I don't know what I was expecting, but
Tilt your head to the right. Okay. Okay, good. Okay. All right, I got you, bud. All right, go ahead and tilt your head left. There we go. Go ahead and tilt your head left. There we go.
So satisfying.
Yeah, me too. All right, there we go. Get the idea. Arms over your head, knees bent. There we go. And then, see, I really don't want your. There we go. Good. Get the idea?
so it's more about the chest, okay? Because I've been doing,
Yeah.
just more to just all the neck.
You're gonna pinch your neck. You gotta be careful because of the relative looseness of your spine, your lower neck is vastly looser than your upper back. So when you bend back, the danger is that you might be bending too much in your lower neck and you're gonna start pinching things. So we want to unlock your chest, get it moving. Part of that was even that last adjustment where I got the chest unlocked. And then as we get your chest looser and looser, you'll be able to actually more effectively stretch your chest without making your neck bend too much. Go ahead and move down 1 inch, so you're gonna roll upwards. There we go, get the idea, you're gonna roll. Try to let your back sink in, yeah, there you go. And you're gonna work all these angles like a clock. All of that has to be mastered. So you have noon, you know, and then
Okay.
all the way, eventually your hands are on the ground. Yeah, we have to, that's your goal. Yeah.
Okay, all the way at the top.
Yep, hands are on the ground eventually.
Mhm.
That's so every minute you move 1 inch. So go ahead and try to move up 1 inch. Roll. There you go. Get the idea, and then you just start moving down.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and it's just
Okay, so a minute up and a minute down. Yep, all the way up.
every minute. Yeah. So you're starting up here.
Mhm.
You know, upper back, upper thoracic cage, and then you're going to end up middle back. So I don't want you going all the way down to your lower back. You're going to end where that last lump was that I was working on your lower back. That's where you're going to end. And every day it's 20 minutes. Like you said, you're sitting backwards on the chair. Excellent. You know, you're got a standing desk. You're trying to reduce the amount of flexion at the waist and how much time we're bending forward. And it's just, like I said, that if your hands go numb or tingly, you can put your hands in your belly or put them to the side. Or
Mm-hmm.
part of even getting your head back is getting the chest in. So we can't even really get that head being so far forward. We call it coupled motion. So the chest is so far back that we got to get the chest in, and that'll start angling your head back.
Mm-hmm.
Usually over the first 5 visits is really just surviving, because
Yeah, I'm gonna get the 20 minutes in. I gotta do that. Yeah.
because I can't assume anything I'm doing you've done before, right? You haven't done arching back. I've been doing this since I was a little boy, you know. But Ed, you know, I've really never even tried to go for 20 minutes. I've never been adjusted like that where you bent me back.
Mm-hmm.
You know, nobody's really dug their elbows that deep in my back. So there's going to be a lot of kind of monsters we wake up in there, and you know, if it's not too bad, we go deeper. If it's disconcerting, then we take it a little slower. And so I kind of it's not a one size fit all T-shirt. We have to figure out what you can handle, personalize it to you, and then go from there. But I usually try to go right to the edge of what you can handle and then back off a little bit. And that's kind of where I want to ride the wave for your care, is right at that edge. And then if you get too pissed off at me, then we'll back off more. And I couldn't move the next day. All right, well, 45-degree lordosis is where your neck needs to be. I just want to give, this is just a preview. This is where we're heading. Take the fingers and straight traction them.
Mm-hmm.
It's the best thing for them, just a straight traction.
Okay, yeah, because sometimes I just spin them back or.
Yeah, it's not the best form. It's really just straight traction. The wrist, yeah, there's definitely a little bit of crunchiness in there.
Mhm.
I would just traction, so just kind of your own wrist, just take it and
Mhm.
pull the wrist, open it up and bend it a little bit. You know, this, when you do have a mouse, you should have a little bit of. That's why the ergonomic keyboards, they don't usually have your wrist in extension a little bit. You don't want to have your.
Yeah, I bought the one that actually has it in this position now. With my thumb.
Okay.
It's like a mouse ball. I don't know if that was actually better, but.
It's really just about not having your wrist in that position. You want your wrist a little bit
Okay.
extended.
Mhm.
So this is not actually the neutral position for your wrist. The neutral position for your wrist is a little bit, like 15-degree
Okay,
extension, a little bit. That makes it a little straighter for the nerves getting through. So you want a little bit of extension. You did great.
Oh, awesome.
Very good.
So much.
Good job.